Hey, what's up, y'all? Another laundry room podcast, looking at the light. Just chill out and relax. Maybe I can ASMR y'all. All right, check it. I want to talk about something that I love very much, something I've loved for the majority of my life, and that is hip hop. I really love music, all genres of music, but my chosen genre, stereotypically, is hip hop, rap music. Now, let me first off by saying I'm an old head, you feel me? Anybody over 30 something is probably an old head. I am that. I like to say this. I understand that music now is not the same as when I was a kid. But, I mean, it's the same thing though, because we used to talk about violence and sex and drugs, and that's what they talk about, It's just different beats, different flows, different slang, and, the internet is here, and they use different vices, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's the same thing. Also, a lot of cats be talking about, oh, Pac this, Pac that. I love Pac, man. There'll never be another one like him, but he gone. I say it again, he gone. Ain't gonna be another one like him. As opposed to just being like, oh, we gotta have a new Pac. Nah, man. Just let these cats do what they do. I definitely get Pac vibes from some of these young rappers like Polo G or NBA Youngboy. Now, I know a lot of people hating on Youngboy and whatnot, and he beefing right now as usual, but I feel the pain in his voice, bro. You feel me? Like, a lot of these young dudes out here are just as passionate, just as articulate as Pac was, but they're not him. So I'm gonna have Pac as an anomaly and not try to find the next one, you know what I'm saying? Also, the 90s was dope. I must admit, it was dope. I love coming up in the 90s with all the music, but a lot of niggas was capping, bro. Only reason why niggas ain't know that is because there was no internet. It was a lot of cap. A lot of motherfuckers lying, perpetrating, we used to call it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you with the gang and all this. And they still do that now, but motherfuckers act like the 90s was a higher standard. Nah, not really. Now, they had some real G's, but they got some real G's now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think hip-hop is just evolving. All right, so let me get into it, right? Since, like, 1985, I was born in 80, I really felt hip-hop, My mom primarily raised me on jazz, R&B, soul music, classical, you know what I'm saying? Whatever tickled her fancy, she would play in the crib, and I would listen to it. But I remember the first experience with hip-hop that actually touched me was I was on punishment at the babysitter house. It was like 14 kids deep in there, and I was always fighting somebody's ass, so they put me on the steps in the back for punishment. And at the time, a lot of people was rolling around with the new systems. They had the subwoofers busting and whatnot. So, a lot of niggas had the IROC Z's, this and that. But I remember Public Enemy was blasting through this nigga's car. And he was on the corner. But it was so loud you hear every word. So I'm listening to Chuck D. I'm listening to Flavor Flav. I'm listening to the Bomb Squad beats and whatnot. Or Terminator X on the turntables and whatnot. I'm like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? It was so radical, so new. I just was glued to it. So I sat there until the song went off, and then I kept thinking about the song, like, yo, what was that? So after that, I hear it intermittently, because my mom did not really play rap music, you know what I'm saying? She's a mom, and that was, young thing. But the same place at my babysitter's house, there was this guy there. He was like my big brother. His name was Willard James Jr., I think. But his nickname was Oopie. You know what I'm saying? Crazy name, Oopie. But he was cool as fuck, yo. Cool as fuck. And every now and then he'd be like, hey, come here real quick, And he lived upstairs. And I'd go up there and either I play video games, my second love, or he put on Yo MTV Raps. And whenever Yo MTV Raps was on, because he knew I love hip-hop, I was mesmerized, bro. So I'd sit there for like, what was it, half an hour to an hour, and then he kicked me out, you know what I'm saying? He just knew I loved hip-hop, but I was too young to really chill with him. But I'd be sitting there watching Big Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying? I'd be watching KRS-One with the big link chains. I'm just mesmerized, bro, because these cats were sitting here rhyming, telling their stories. You know what I'm saying? The same thing I was seeing in the street, they was rapping about. And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? They had dances, break dancing and whatnot. The flows was real, simple, but it was hip-hop's inception. So as time goes on, I just love it. I'm not really participating. I might spit a stupid rap in a stupid bar in the shower or something like that. I'm a little kid. First rap I ever wrote, though, was to a Redman song. I still can't remember the name of the beat, but I remember sitting. I must have been 12 years old, sitting on my mama couch. I put the tape in, and back in the day they had the tape, and the B-side would be the instrumental. So I let that rock, and I started writing. So by the time the beat was done, I had written a little bit, so I tried to spit it, and it was garbage. Off beat, too many syllables. I was about to give up right there, but I was like, nah, man, this is probably not supposed to be easy. So I waited for a little while, and I wrote another one. This one's a little better. And that's how I went. Anytime my mom went to work, I would write raps and I would spit them. You know what I'm saying? I would put on whatever beat I can get. Sometimes with the same beat over and over. Like Doggy Style from Snoop Dogg. I got the B-side to that joint. I used to rap over Snoop Dogg shit over and over. And if you recall, Snoop had that bomb-ass flow. So, speaking of which, my next taste of hip-hop, because I had moved to Arizona, was West Coast hip-hop. So when The Chronic came out, that was another one that touched me. I was like, yo, these niggas is so smooth. Yo, how the fuck these cats rapping about some gangster shit and it sounds like a funk record? You know what I'm saying? He had Parliament Funkadelic samples on there, you know what I'm saying? All type of good shit. So the West Coast was really popping. And this was like after NWA, so I already knew about their history, you know, about the gangs and the violence and the corruption with the police. So I remember really vibing to that. Matter of fact, even though I'm from the East Coast, I used to wear the flannel shirt. I had an afro. I had the khaki shorts, you know what I'm saying? The big ass khaki shorts with the socks pulled up, you feel me? Only thing I did not have was the Chucks. That would have finished the look, you feel me? Looking like fucking CJ from San Andreas. But yeah, man, West Coast hip hop touched me, bro. And still does, you know, still hip hop. So anyway, I remember the next song I really wrote was off of Running from the Far Side. And that shit was kind of dope, you know what I'm saying? I spit it a couple times and it was on beat. And that was a big thing for me, staying on the beat. I wanted to be like Snoop with the flows, but I wanted to be like Nas with the lyrics. So 1994 hit. I'm already in my West Coast shit, you know, I'm all MC8 and this and that. And my cousin comes from back east, from Bridgeport. And what he has is a classic album called Illmatic in his tape deck, man. So he had a Walkman, matter of fact. So he was like, I told him I rock with hip hop. We was talking about Snoop. He said, yo, check this dude out. So I listened to the first track, you know, the first track, New York State of Mind. And that was it. I was like, yo, how is this man rapping like this, bro? You know, I've heard worse stories in books than how Nas was rapping on Illmatic, bro. It was a classic, man. And I sat there. I would not give my cousin back his joint until it was done. I listened to every single track on there. You know, he was like, "Yo, let me get my joint back." Like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle listened to it all. This is barbaric. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. But anyway, Nas was the one. That's when I really started listening to lyrics, like really giving a fuck about what niggas started saying, because I was like, this is some street shit. Yet it's poetic. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? The bars was crisp. The flow was tight. Yo, this is what I like. So I never left West Coast hip hop. You can't stop loving that shit. It's beautiful. But now I was kind of an East Coast head, or what they call underground, because really West Coast was popping and East Coast was kind of bubbling, you know. So at the time, I was an underground fan. I liked DOS Effects, Lord of the Underground, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, you know, just real low key, dope banger groups, you know, Brand Nubian, shit like that. But as time went on, stuff just started to mingle and mesh. Things started to bounce off each other. So you would have a dope Cypress Hill song over here, and then you would have a dope ass Naughty by Nature song. And I was loving it. I was no longer a West Coast or East Coast type nigga. I was just a hip hop lover, because all these different places kept coming through with the music. Now I must say, I hated on the South for quite a while, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I hated on them because all my niggas up north was saying that they was Bamas. You know, oh, they didn't really rap. Nah. They was wrong, bro. And for that, I am sorry, because the South obviously has dope music and has been having dope music, you know. The first nigga I really listened to from the South was Pastor Troy. And I was like, yo, these niggas must be out their mind. These some jewels, you know. Just because they talk with a different accent, and the flow is different. but they talk about the same shit, bro. Out there hustling, out there living their life trying to avoid violence, you know what I'm saying? Or trying to succeed in a world that is made for them to fail. So, anyway, let me see. 1995, I was all over the place, man. I had so many people. I had the Alcoholics, Dilated Peoples was coming out. And then on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, Biggie was popping. Obviously, Pac was popping, man. Everybody fucking loved Pac. All you had to do was listen to this cat to love him. I don't know nobody who was like, oh, Pac is whack. If you said that, man, you was a hater, man. I actually don't love Tupac Shakur's music as much as everyone else. I think it's extremely good, and he was a poet. But what I love is his whole persona. Like, the dude was this artistic revolutionist, you know, who was also a fighter, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to be on that gangster shit. Like, the whole package of the artist of Tupac Shakur is what I thought was dope. And he was an actor. Come on, bro. This nigga was like a modern day, what's that guy? The Renaissance. Leonardo da Vinci, damn near. Only he didn't really invent shit, you know, but he was a Renaissance man. You know. And I remember when he died, and I had the same response as everybody else. Oh, Pac got shot again? Oh, okay, he'll be all right. Because you have to understand, this nigga got shot at least 2 times before that. Once in the damn head at Quad Studios. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, he'll be all right. You know, that's Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Nigga fucking bulletproof. This was like 50 Cent before 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? But then he died. I couldn't believe that shit. But to be honest, the one that really hit me was Biggie Smalls. Because I was back east when it happened. I was in church. I'll never forget. It was a Sunday, and church had just stopped. And my stepbrother was like, yo, Biggie dead. I said, yo, stop playing, yo. I said, back in the day, we used to say Bible. Like, put that on the Bible. I'm like, yo, Bible. Nah, for real, he dead. And my heart sank like he was my damn uncle or some shit. Like I really knew this nigga. Like, that was crazy to me. When Biggie died, I was legit sad. I was legit sad. I was sad when Pac died, but I had not delved into his music as deeply as I did later on. But Biggie, from mixtapes to Ready to Die, I was all over Biggie because he was popping. That was the nigga. Back east, yo, everybody fuck with Biggie. Everybody fuck with Biggie Smalls. You know what I'm saying? He was dope. So when that nigga got murked, a lot of people was sad. Like, legit rolling around, head down and stuff. They played his whole album on the radio, no edit. That was so cool. For like 3 weeks, they would play his album, or they play cuts from his album, no edit, curses and all, just to show respect to Biggie, and nobody said shit. I always thought that was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has mixtape. Everybody tried to copy his music for the last album, Life After Death, and some people had the bootleg, but everybody had it. You couldn't walk down the street without hearing, you know, Missing You or Sky's the Limit, you know, Kicking the Door. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was legends, bro. And I say this again, let them be an anomaly. Every now and then, every genre, every field of excellence has an anomaly. There will never be another one. And that's how Pac and Big was. You know what I'm saying? We have other anomalies. I know niggas ain't gonna believe this shit, but Drake is a fucking anomaly. I feel like Drake is a fucking Neo in the Matrix, bro. This dude is a Canadian actor, sensitive guy who was on top of the rap charts, bro. That motherfucker's a legend. You can say what you want to, but he is. So we have our own anomalies, so you don't have to keep saying Biggie this and Pac that, bro. Niggas is still writing dope shit. Niggas are still writing poetry. You understand what I'm saying? People are still coming out with beautiful music that expresses how it is in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole reason why I like hip hop. When I came to Arizona, it wasn't nothing but white folks and you know, a couple Mexicans sprinkled here and there. And I didn't see none of my people, you know, no black folks. So I didn't get to talk to them, you know, what's going on, learn the slang. The only way I knew how to learn slang and what was going on was listening through music. Sometimes, you know, reading a hip hop magazine or some shit like that. But yeah, so that was my only connection. I knew some of them niggas was capping and shit. I knew someone was glorifying or exaggerating, but You know, real songs like Brenda's Got a Baby, that was like a glimpse into what really happens and still happens. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm a rapper, obviously, so the whole time I've been rapping, I spit freestyles in school, always got my headphones on, thinking about lyrics, listening to a beat. So one day I get with these dudes who think they from Wu-Tang. They was nice, but everybody wanted to be Wu-Tang. So this had to be, what, 96, 97? And it was an Arabic dude, a Mexican dude claiming he was from Chicago, which actually there are people from Chicago who are Mexican, a lot of them. And who else? Black dude and a white dude. And it was a whole collective of rappers. And the white dude sang. You know, he kind of sounded like Nate Dogg. No cap, man. He was kind of nice. But I got with them, and we would, you know, bounce bars off each other. So I was like, yo, fuck it, I'm going to do a talent show. So I got with this other cat, this other black dude in school, and he was from New York. His name was Sharon. And his flow was real nice. And he had a little brother who was from Cali, you know, kind of have like this corrupt type flow. So we was going to do a group. I forget what the beat was, but we did that talent show. But what was funny is I practiced for months to do that shit. And when I stepped up on the talent show, them niggas was dropping bars. They was forgetting their lines and shit. But I was scared, so I stepped up when my part came and I spit my shit clean. I was scared as a motherfucker, but then I dropped one fucking bar. And you mind you, this is a room full of white people. I'm not rapping for a bunch of niggas, a bunch of young folks either. This is a bunch of like 30-year-old white folks, man. I still got to stand and O for that shit, bro. I was spitting like my life was on the line, bro, because I was like, yo, I finally get to spit this in front of people. I remember the beat I was spitting to was Common Sense. The fuck was that shit? 1999. Yeah. I used to spit over that beat over and over trying to perfect that flow. It wasn't even 16. It was like 8 bars maybe. Maybe even less than that. It might have been 6 to 8 bars. And I could not tell you what the raps was. That was way too long ago. But I spit that like my life depended on it. And I loved every minute. And then after that, girls started walking up on, hey, what's going on? Hey, I seen you at the blah, blah. Yo, I see why rappers like the rap, bro. That shit was wonderful. That boosted my popularity like a motherfucker. Because when you nice on the mic, people think you cool. So, time goes on. Hip-hop is the only thing that really helps me. Because, you know, my dad's not around. I am very shy. I have social anxiety. So I will get into my music. So when I was sad or mad or angry, I listened to some raps. You know what I'm saying? I turned the radio on back when radio was kind of decent. And that's the only thing. Many times where I was about ready to just fire on some motherfucker like a teacher because he was acting kind of racist toward me, I would put my my Walkman on. Thank God for my mama giving me a Walkman. And I will bop out to some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? I saved myself and a lot of teachers pain because I have a very bad temper. I don't give a fuck who it is, you know what I'm saying? Except for women and children and my, you know, like that. But that teacher, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So check this out, right? I'm listening to hip hop. It's now 2001, right? So I'm listening to hip hop and, you know, 9/11 goes down. So I'm in the Army, and I remember this very clearly. Right before I went to deployment, and I think it was 2003 or 4. It had to be 3. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying came out. And I remember banging Many Men over and over, because that was exactly how I felt. Many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole shit was just like a perfect depiction of how I felt, Iraqis felt about me. Like, if I go into this desert, many men wish death upon me. So that whole shit was knocking. I used to bang 50 Cent like that was the hip-hop Bible. You understand what I'm saying? 50 Cent was a nigga. He still is. But that was a classic album. And I was out there listening. I'm in Iraq listening to clips. Lord willing. I was listening to Bilal. It was like Second Firstborn or something like that. But yeah, a bunch of hip-hop, because a lot of soldiers brought our CDs. Back when CDs was popping, we brought our CDs and we would exchange them. You know what I'm saying? So if you had some cool people, you would borrow some music from them. knock that, and then you would trade. You know what I'm saying? It was a real nice little music collective. So I had this homeboy from Cali named Bernie, OG Quentin Bernie, bro. If you ever hear this shit, you my nigga. But he used to hit me up with all type of shit. You know, of course he had that West Coast, but he put me onto Clips. You know what I'm saying? Clips is from Virginia, but he was like, yo, check this out. And I heard Grinding before, and I was like, yo, this is alright. It's not bad. But man, when you go deeper into that album, them niggas could spit, bro. And they can still spit. Of course, you know, Pusha T is still spitting. No Mouse, you know, he went Christian, but them dudes is nice, bro. So that music, literally writing music, spitting on a tape recorder that my mom sent me, helped me survive the war. Literally, I could not listen to music on guard duty, but I always had a beat in my head. You know what I'm saying? I would scan the perimeter, and it would be some gangster shit like Boom from Royce da 5'9". It was a DJ Premier beat. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I love all aspects of hip hop. You know, the graffiti, the breakdancing. You know what I'm saying? Everything, the 5 elements. I love all of it, bro. I love to see people still riding this hip hop way. I love the fact that it's the #1 genre in the world. They told me that hip hop was just niggers talking. I've heard that on De La Soul's album, and I've heard that shit in person. It's not real music. It's just niggers talking. You know? So needless to say, I fired on that motherfucker, said that shit, because I bleed for this. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that I'm not necessarily living their life, but when music gets you to wake up in the morning to risk your life for your country, you can't tell me shit about it. You understand what I'm saying? I know how many times tears fell from my eyes listening to a song because I was away from my family. You know what I'm saying? When Nas and Jay-Z was beefing, I was in Iraq. We had just came back from some fucking skirmish or some shit, so we got back to the tent. Matter of fact, no, that's not right. I was in Kuwait. Let me keep it real. I was in Kuwait. So this is before the war. But when that popped off, I was in Kuwait. We had just come back for some bullshit. We got to the tent, and I had just got the new album, both new albums from the PX. PX is like the army store or whatever. And I'm listening to these niggas rap, and I'm like, what the fuck? 2 dope MCs going at it. This is beautiful. And for a while, I was not in Kuwait. I was nowhere. I was inside that music. I had 2 dope albums that I could just go back and listen to over and over. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me shit about hip hop, and you can't tell me shit about rock music. You can't tell me shit about any fucking music, because I know that shit touches people's souls and inspires them. You know what I'm saying? It helps them through. It may make them put that fucking knife down when they finna cut their wrist. That's something I know a lot about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just niggas rapping or white folks rapping or talking or whatever. It's people expressing themselves in the dopest fashion. You know what I'm saying? So now, let's say it's 2004. I come back home, and the South is on the rise. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I already fuck with Goody Mob, the whole Dungy family, for real. You know, I fuck with UGK. I used to fuck with Scarface. You know what I'm talking about? Even though they was, you know, Texas, it's still Southern rap, but you gotta keep it. You gotta, you know, be specific. But now, because of, and this is my opinion, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, the South is on the rise, bro. Everybody was fucking with Lil Jon. Everybody loved Lil Jon. He had that crunk shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit, if you went to a club and you heard Lil Jon, shit was about to get loose. Girls was gonna get on the floor dancing. Niggas gonna either fight or be drinking. You know what I'm saying? It was dope music. And I was hating for a little bit, just for a little bit, because it was new. I was like, what is this? This ain't that boom bap that I'm used to. He ain't talking about no lyrical shit, but it wasn't for that. He was making a vibe. And that's what niggas nowadays are accustomed to. Like, I bring it back to what I was saying before. A lot of people hate on younger music, but you're not understanding. They're not trying to make the same shit that we did back in the day. They're not trying to be like, you know, Redman or Eminem. They're trying to make a vibe. So a lot of the shit they're talking about something, but it's not very deep. It's very shallow, but the beat is knocking. The beat slaps like a motherfucker, and they flow is nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's the type of shit you could chill to, something that you could smoke out to, maybe even smash your girl. You know, you can't really hold them by that standard. This is the evolution of hip hop, and you still got lyrical people, bro. I could see if young dudes didn't have J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar or Corday or Polo G and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I could see if they didn't have lyricists out here, but they do. Plenty of them. Plenty. Y'all niggas ain't listening because the slang is different. Just listen, you know. And I'm proud of them. I love how these young people are spitting, bro. They spit more intelligently, in my opinion. They know a little bit more about the outside world because of the internet. I love how their flows have changed. I love how they're not stuck on a format. Niggas is singing, bro. And some of these cats can sing very well. Like, you know, A Boogie with the hoodie. What's my man? Flip De Niro. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these dudes, Lil Baby, some of these dudes have really good voices, bro. You know what I'm saying? And niggas keep talking about, you know, golden age of hip hop. Listen to the Baby, bro. To me, the Baby is like the new Big Daddy Kane. He don't look nothing like him. He don't rap nothing like him. But that swag is classic B-boy shit. You understand what I'm saying? You're not listening, bro. So all the old heads who might hear my voice, right? And some of you young motherfuckers, open up your mind. Music is supposed to be different and diverse. If you stay on the same shit, you're going to be bored. You're going to be one of these 40, 50-year-old dudes. It reminds me of like Adam Sandler in that one movie. All he listened to was Rush. Like that was, it was like 2000 something. He was still on Rush. That's all he listened to was one fucking band and one fucking album. Don't do that. Let your mind evolve with the music. You know what I'm saying? Because you're missing out. It's so much damn music at our fingertips that, you know, why not try it out? Maybe you don't like it, cool, but don't diss it. You know what I'm saying? I used to diss what they call mumble rap until I started listening to it. It's the same shit. It's that same jiggy shit, bro. It's like, yo, I'm out here getting money. I do drugs. I have sex with women. Does that sound familiar, bro? It's the same shit, bro. Only the flows is different and the slang has changed. I noticed that the South has influenced a lot of words, so niggas cut off syllables or they cut off consonants at the end of words. That's it. Shit's still dope. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me damn, it's almost half an hour. I love hip hop, bro. This might be an hour long. Let me talk about people who have changed the game, in my opinion. Okay. And this is based on my life. When I first started listening to hip hop, obviously Public Enemy changed the game because there was a lot of, you know, Sugar Hill Gangs type stuff. Of course, the message had come out. You had what's this dude's name? You know, Cool G rap and whatnot. So you had the hardcore gangster stuff, but Public Enemy was sonically different, and they had a different type of message, a militancy. Changed the game. NWA changed the game for obvious reasons. You've seen the movie. Tupac Shakur changed the game for sure, because a lot of niggas was trying to rap like Pac. I mean, a lot of people, East and West Coast, was using Pac's diction. Biggie changed the game. He did. He really did. You know what I'm saying? That funny lyricism is still prevalent today. Let's see. Ice Cube by itself changed the game. That was one angry nigga back in the day, bro. He was going hard at white folks, nigga. I used to laugh like, damn, this dude is not fucking playing. He changed the game, bro. He had West Coast shit with good lyrics. Not that West Coast didn't have good lyrics, but, you know, he kind of... So let me see. We go further in time. I feel like Lauryn Hill changed the game. I feel like Queen Latifah changed the game. MC Lyte changed the game. You know what I'm saying? Lil' Kim. I can't forget my female rappers, bro. And I really feel like Lauryn Hill changed the game because that whole miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that shit was like... I don't even know, it was like a TED Talk for people, not just women. It was like a TED Talk on how to conduct yourself out here in this world. Lauryn Hill was a real one, bro. You know, obviously, because now Drake uses her samples all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Drake, you know. Let me see who else, bro. And I know I'm missing people, but I can't make this like 3 hours long. We'll go to the South, bro. We'll go to the fucking South. I think that Outkast changed the game, obviously, because they was the first ones to win that damn, was it the Source Award or something like that? And it was like, who the fuck are these niggas? Oh, they was sick, bro. Andre 3000, big boy. Come on, bro. They changed the game. People from down south started getting recognition. People stopped calling them fucking Bamas and all this other shit. You know, there's a great misconception that people from down south are dumb, and I'm here to tell you that shit ain't true. I live down there. Them niggas slick as what they are. Now let me see it. Who else changed the game? All right, we'll move to the Lil Jon. Like I said, Lil Jon, the East Side Boys changed the game, and then further, the Migos. A lot of people be hating on the Migos, are real lyricists, including Joe fucking Budden. Nigga, give the Migos they fucking credit. I don't give a damn where they got that flow from, but that shit changed the damn game. Period. Migos inspired a whole new flow and variations of such. Period. You got to give it up to Atlanta or North Atlanta, wherever the niggas is from. You got to get up to the South, bro. I was tired of the same stale ass flow for years, and here come the Migos. Whether or not you like their lyrics, niggas can spit, bro. All three of them niggas can spit. You know what I'm saying? Quavo got the good voice. Offset got the bars to me, and Takeoff got the flow. And you know, I think Takeoff does beats. I'm not sure, but you put all three of them niggas together, you got a hit, nigga. Migos is dope, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't spit that highly intellectual shit on some damn Jordan Lucas level, or to a lesser degree of Logic or something, but they spit, and it's cold. The shit is cold. What they spit is cold, bro. And I'm happy that they gave us a new flow. I'm super happy about that, bro. So the Migos changed the game. Let me see. 50 Cent changed the game. Come on. That's the ultimate troll. The first song I heard from 50 Cent was How to Rob. Hilarious. Please, if you've never heard that song, check it out. Hilarious. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent changed the game. You know, Drizzy Drake. Drizzy Drake changed the fucking game. Niggas be hating on Drake, but this nigga does not lose. Now, in my opinion, I'm going to run it down real quick. I could do a whole podcast about Drake's ass. I'm not his ultimate fan either. I do think he makes really good music, and some of it is like straight bangers, you know what I'm saying? Should be slapping like a motherfucker. But this man used to be wheelchair Jimmy on Degrassi, half black, half Jewish dude from Canada, but on top of the rap game, he gets respect and love. Bruh, this dude to me is like Neo in the fucking Matrix, bro. Everything that niggas used to clown on back in the day, Drake is, and he's eating. I mean, he's eating. You know what I'm saying? Drake does what the fuck he wants, it seems. Now, whether he writes his own shit, I don't know. I can't call it. I cannot call it. But he can sing. He can do what he does on the record. Drake changed the game. Niggas was singing again. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you talking about. I know too many hardcore dudes that was singing to Marvin's Room when they got drunk. Drake made it cool to show your feelings again. And to me, he handles himself like an MC. He got Meek because Meek's response was whack. I don't know why Meek did that. It's almost like he took a fall. And then the second time, even though he got exposed for having a kid, like a rapper who has sex with a porn actress and then has a baby, gasp. Like, what the fuck? He a rapper, nigga. What the fuck? I don't care, nigga. Drake, don't mistreat women. Don't put your hands on little kids. We cool. You understand? Don't do no dumb shit. We cool. Your music is knocking. But to me, he is a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who else. Lil Wayne is a game changer. Mixtape Wayne was king, bro. Fuck what you talking about. Mixtape Wayne was on another fucking level, bro. The Carters, I think 1 through 4. Bangers, nigga. Bangers. Lil Wayne, bro. That's a game changer. That's an influencer. A real influencer, not no fucking YouTube type shit. I mean, Instagram type shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Who else changed the game? E40 to me changed the game because he kept making up his own slang and it would catch on. I always loved that about 40 Water, bro. That nigga, And he been rapping for a long ass time, bro. I know I'm missing a lot of people, especially in the Bay. You know, that nigga Too Short, you know what I'm saying? Mac Dre, you know what I'm talking about? You know, it's too many dope motherfuckers. That whole Thiz movement was, hyphy movement, niggas out there, boy. Hammer. Niggas need to give more respect to MC Hammer. The nigga really is an MC. I understand that you don't like what he talks about, but the motherfucker can spit, and he has respect. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you something else. When I was in Iraq, MC Hammer made an album. It was called Active Duty, and that shit was dope to me, bro. He made a record for the soldiers, you know, saying that we support you. Everything's gonna be cool when you come back. And it wasn't the most lyrical thing. It didn't have the best beats, but no one else fucking did that. The whole album. MC Hammer made a record for the soldiers, the airmen, the Marines, so on and so forth that served in Iraq. And I'll always be thankful for that shit. He deserves his respect, bro. Plus, he's a cultural icon. So I also think that MC Hammer changed the game. He opened up everybody's ears to the hip-hop shit. Fuck all the damn parachute pants and the typewriter. Even though that shit was hella dope, you can't tell me shit wasn't dope when he did it. MC Hammer deserves his respect. Now, let's move forward. Eminem changed the game? Come on. I don't need to explain this shit. You've seen 8 Mile, bruh. You've heard this motherfucker rap before. You know what I'm saying? Eminem showed me that anybody can be a dope MC. You don't have to be black. You don't have to be from the gritty streets of this city and that, even though he's from Detroit. If you have the passion and the intelligence, the damn near genius that Eminem has, you can become quite a success. Eminem is an inspiration. Truly. He changed the fucking game. And he still rides for hip-hop. Not for himself all the time, but for hip-hop. He's one of the first ones to come out and spit some shit about injustice or fuck Trump. You know what I'm saying? And with that lyrical flow, and he's undefeated, in my opinion. The closest one was MGK. I'll tell you who did not change the game as of yet. Machine Gun Kelly. I fuck with that nigga, but man, get your bars up. That was the best song. Rap God was the best song. I need more. That Rage Against Machine cover was dope, but I need more. Alright, bro, shit. It's already 37 minutes, my guy. We gotta wrap this shit up, man. Look, hip-hop is a beautiful thing, bro. It's a genre of music. It's an art form. It's something that depicts the lives and the struggles of people who primarily live in the inner city, but it's so diverse that you don't have to live there anymore. You got rappers from Germany, you got rappers from Russia, you got rappers from Korea. It's a true living art form. And as much as people have fought against it, you know, see Dolores Tucker, fucking Bill O'Reilly and shit like that, to quote Jay-Z. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jay-Z's a game changer. It still survives because people they understand through the words what's going on, you know. So I say this, hip-hop is not dead. It never was fucking dead, contrary to Nas. Nas is the god, but I never agree with that shit. Hip-hop is not dead. It's never had to be revived by anybody. It just was always bubbling, always changing. It evolves just like people evolve, just like culture evolves. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I hear on the radio now is just as good as what I heard back in the day. It's just different. You know, I listen to it different. I'm not really zoned in on the lyrics all the time. I'm listening to that beat, listen to that flow. Oh. And if you have beat, flows, and lyrics like let's say Lil Baby, shit, that's a great one, bro. So stop talking about the young ones, bro. They out here doing the same shit. And I'm going to tell you something else. When I hear songs about riots and revolution, about the death of George Floyd, it ain't from fucking Nas. It ain't from fucking Jay-Z. What I heard songs was from Lil Baby. Songs from J. Cole. Where the fuck are the people that I grew up with? It's almost as if these young niggas is more woke than we are. I don't like it. And then you got the nerve to talk bad about them? No. I don't see Nelly doing no song at a protest. I haven't seen a video like that. But I seen the bigger picture though. I seen Lil Baby do it. So stop fucking with these young niggas, man. They just doing the same shit we was doing, bro. These young ladies, these young niggas, they doing the same fucking shit. Let them eat. Let them have fun. And try to guide them if they want your advice. If they don't want your advice, let them rock. They got to bump their head just like you bumped your head. You know what I'm saying? But hip-hop will continue to change, and I hope that everybody continues to rock with it because I love it with all my heart. With all my heart and soul, I love hip-hop, man. And I hope it keeps on going on for many years to come. All right, man.